You know that hole that we use to poop? No, when we go into our number two, that hole we use it for pooping. But here in UK, that hole is not used for pooping only. Guys, what is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another episode of Life in the UK Uncut, where I share with you my life here in UK, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the bizarre, everything about life here in UK. And in today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you some culture shock, the things which shocked me when I got here to UK, and I equally shocked the Irish people. As you can see from the title of the video, one Irishman was left shell-shocked when he saw my big black fat ass, naked ass for that matter. And I'm going to be sharing with you in this video what had happened for this man to have this unfortunate incident happen to him. I don't know whether it was unfortunate or it was a fortunate incident for him. So guys, without wasting any of your time, let's get into it.
What was happening? I'm a savage.
So guys, when you're relocating to overseas, if you're coming from Africa like me, a third world country, to a first world country like UK, you are going to be shocked by a whole lot of things. Some of the things, in my opinion, appear bizarre, but here in UK, they are very, very much normal. There is a huge difference between the African culture and maybe the English culture or the Irish culture, whatever you want to call it. So when I came here to UK, the taxi driver collected me from the airport and took me straight to my accommodation. And then the following day, I was supposed to go for viewing to look for my own accommodation, because where I was placed, it was a B&B. I eventually stayed in the B&B anyway, but I was supposed to look for my own accommodation. So when I was coming back from viewing accommodation, I was supposed to use a train to go back home. And guys, at the train station, there were not one, not two, not five, not 10, maybe even 20 women who were smoking. Women here in UK smoke, and not only just smoke, they smoke a lot. In my culture, it is taboo for a woman to smoke. Guys, it's taboo for a woman to smoke. And if you are a woman and you are seen smoking, you are associated with people of loose morals. But when I came here to UK, it's like I will be the old one out, because most of the people smoke here in UK. If you go to work, where I used to work back in Africa, there was never anything called, "Oh, I'm going for a smoke break." But here in UK, when you're working, let's say you're working in a care home, you constantly hear people saying, "Oh, I'm going for a smoke break now." And guys, believe you me, when they go for smoke breaks, you suffer, because it's not only one person who smokes, and it's like they enjoy smoking together. So maybe let's say you're working in the four of you on the floor, you discover that you, the African woman or the African man, you'll be the only one who's not smoking. So the other three will say, "Oh, just be answering the buzzers and attending to the residents. We are going for a smoke. It's just a 10 minutes break." Most of the time, that 10 minutes turns to 30 minutes, and you're busy attending to buzzers by yourself, attending to residents by yourself. And I used to find it very unfair that people go on a break multiple times during the day, not just that 1 hour break that they are allocated. They go for smoke breaks multiple times during the day, and you'll be left alone suffering in the floor, attending to buzzers, attending to residents and everything. And sometimes it's even pointless to go and complain maybe to the deputy manager or to the manager or the sister in charge, because the sister in charge, the deputy manager, and the manager, they all smoke. And if it's time for smoke breaks, you find everyone gathered outside going for a smoke. I ended up saying, if they're going for a smoke break, I'll also say, "I'm going for a smoke break as well." Then if they say, "But you don't smoke," I say, "Okay, even if I don't smoke, I also need that break that you're taking. So for every 10 minutes that you're taking when you're going outside, I'm also following. Why should I be the one who's always left on the floor to attend to buzzers, residents, and everything? So, guys, when you come here to UK, don't be shocked when you see everyone smoking. If they're not smoking cigarettes, they've got these things. What do they call them? The vapes. Everyone is smoking, everyone is vaping, and it seems so normal. I was really, really shocked when I initially got here, but now it's like part and parcel of life. It no longer shocks me. So one thing about me, guys, I'm an inquisitive person. I like to know things. So there's one thing which shocked me. You know that hole that we use to poop. No, when we go and do our number two, that hole we use it for pooping. But here in UK, that hole is not used for pooping only. Guys, here in UK, women don't only use that hole for pooping. Don't be shocked, guys, it's true. That hole is also used for sexual gratification, meaning during intercourse, instead of using wall number 1, they prefer using wall number 2, because wall number 2 is said to be very tight, and men prefer it when it is very tight. So instead of using wall number 1, because wall number 1 is stretchy, sometimes you give birth and it loses its muscle tone and all that, but hole number 2 is always very tight. As you are seated right now, all of us as we are seated right now, our hole number 2 is tightly closed, because we don't want fecal matter to be leaking. I was left shell-shocked that, oh, this hole can actually be used for sexual gratification. Yes, guys, me, I don't sugarcoat things, it's the truth. It is used for sexual gratification. But me, don't mess with my number 2 hole, because I'll poop on you. So this is something which I learned from friends and colleagues here in UK, that hole number 2 is preferred better than hole number 1, for the reasons that I've already given you. Shocking, isn't it? Which means if you decide to date interracially, or if you decide to date someone who's Irish or who's British, who's what, they might expect to have, I'm not saying it's all of them, they might expect to be intimate with you using hole number 2. Which means if you decide to date interracially, you have to be discussing that with your partner, that what are the sexual expectations? Are you expecting to be using number 1? Are you expecting to be using number 2? And how is number 2 used? You just don't go and use number 2 without preparation. There are specific preparations. If you just automatically go and use number 2, obviously the men's cucumber will have some skid marks. So they have their own preparations where they dilate that hole where the sun doesn't shine, and they, so that it doesn't have any fecal matter when they're being intimate. So this is one of the things which really shocked me, guys. Another thing which shocked me when I got here to UK, I used to find it so weird, like whenever they are talking, they refer to everything as a we. I'm going for a wee break. I'm going for a wee cup of coffee. Oh, this wee child. Oh, this wee. Oh, your wee drugs. Your wee. Everything is a wee. I didn't know what a wee is. I used to be so confused. What do they mean by my wee? What? My wee? What? My wee? So, guys, don't be surprised when you come here to UK. They call your child, oh, she's a wee dot. Or the wee what? Everything is a wee here in UK. So this term called we is widely used, guys. Even me now, I'm using that term. Hi, I got you your wee tablets. Or here's a wee cup of coffee. Would you like a wee cup of coffee? And things like that. So it's shocking when you're initially starting, but once you get used to it, it becomes part of your vocabulary. Another thing which shocked me when it comes to vocabulary, here in UK, they like calling you, oh, my love, or lovely. And me, here I was first days in UK without knowing that things like hello love or sorry love, it's greeting. It's more like a greeting, like, guys. And me, and there I was thinking, oh, this guy, he said hey love to me, maybe he's interested in me. It's nothing like that, guys. It's normal talk. Sorry, love. Hello, love. Move over, love. Love this, love that. My lovely this, my lovely that. So it's normal part of their vocabulary. It's not like people are interested in you by calling you love, like what I initially thought when I came here to UK. And then another thing which shocked me is the love of tea and coffee. I never knew that here in UK, coffee or tea is therapy. As in, if someone hears sad news, let's say someone has passed away, after breaking the sad news and everything, they expect you to offer them a cup of coffee, because a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, because coffee or tea is meant to be comforting. Or if someone hears some sad news, as you are comforting them, you ask them, can I make you a cup of coffee? Or if someone comes to your home and they've got sad news to share with you, you go and prepare a cup of coffee, or you go and prepare a cup of tea, so that you talk about the sad news over a cup of coffee, because coffee or tea has got this magic of making a bad situation appear better. This is what happens here in UK. This is what shocked me as well, that okay, a cup of tea is that much important here in the UK. It's used during the sad times. So if you come and work here in UK, let's say someone has passed away, always offer the relatives a cup of tea or a cup of coffee if you have broken the news to them and they are, during that mourning period. Just offer them a cup of coffee, because it's going to comfort them. So guys, there are a lot of things which really shocked me when I came here to UK, but because I don't want to make the video too long, now I'm going to talk about this incident. So when I initially started staying here in UK, I used to stay in a place called Finiki, and that place is like a bit poshish suburb. So there used to be a posh gym across where I used to stay. So I decided, okay, during my spare time, instead of me just sleeping at home, why not join this gym and be a part of the gym? Then I can be going to the gym during my spare time. So I went to this gym. This lady showed me around the gym, showed me how to use the equipment. She took me to the ladies' changing room, and she showed me the changing room, how you can use the lockers and everything. And then from the changing room, she exited into another room. And when she exited into another room, in that room she showed me there's a sauna, there's a jacuzzi, there's a steam room. If you want to use sauna, jacuzzi, steam room, this is the sauna. You can just exit from the female locker room to the sauna, to the jacuzzi, to the steam room, guys. So in my country, when I used to go to the gym, we used to have a similar setup where there's a changing room and we used to have a sauna. Of course, there was no jacuzzi. It was just a sauna and a steam room. So I automatically assumed that the sauna is for women, the steam room is for women as well. And back in my country, we used to sit naked in the sauna room. Like you have 3, 4, 5 ladies seated on their towels, butt naked. There was absolutely nothing wrong with that. I mean, in our African culture, if you go to Swaziland, if it's the reed dance, women will be naked, the breasts will be out. There's nothing amazing about the naked woman. We can all be naked in one room, and it's very much normal. So I went to the gym, did my workouts, and then I wanted to go to the sauna room. What I did not know is that here in UK, males and females share the sauna room, they share the steam room, they share the jacuzzi. And because back in my country, we used to strip to go to the sauna room, I did the same. I was standing outside the sauna room. I removed my tights. When I got to the gym, obviously you wear only tights without knickers. You don't need knickers because they will cut you when you're exercising. So I was facing the sauna room. There's a back door behind. I did not know that the back door behind me was a door which was coming from outside the male locker room. So as I was removing my tie, I was just bent over, removing the tie from the feet there. And from the back door, an Irishman walked in. So as he walked in, I was bent over, taking off my clothes, my butt facing him, and he tried to run away as quickly as he can, and he banged himself against the door. And the lady who was cleaning the female changing room kept running. This man had hit himself against the door trying to run away because he had seen a big black fat ass facing him from nowhere. This woman comes to me and says, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm saying, "I'm taking off my clothes. I want to go into the sauna room. And I don't know what this man is doing here." He says, No. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. The sauna, the steam room, the jacuzzi is for men and women. So you don't sleep naked. Men and women go into the same sauna room. Why was that not said to me, guys, before I embarrassed myself by giving an Irishman a free striptease without knowing? The woman who took me for the tour should have told me that the sauna room, the steam room, the jacuzzi is all shared by men and women. So it is important that if you come here to UK, just don't automatically think that whatever happens in Africa is what is going to happen here in UK. You find yourself butt naked in front of a man. It wasn't deliberate. I didn't know. I didn't expect that to happen. But this is what happened, guys. And the man got injured as he was trying to run away from the big black fat ass that he had seen. He got a big boo-boo on his head because he hit his head against the door as he was trying to run away. So this is an experience which I had here in UK, guys. So whenever I come here to UK, don't assume that whatever happens in Africa is the same thing which is going to happen here in UK. You are better off asking. Ask before you embarrass yourself. Guys, this is just a few of the things. There are so many things which shocked me when I got here to UK. But because I don't want the video to be too long, I'm going to end this video here, guys. But I'm going to do a part 2 of this video where I talk about the changes that I experienced here in UK, as in the way women are treated in Africa as opposed to the way women are treated here in UK. Women in Africa are not liberated like the women here in UK, and this has caused a lot of clashes between husbands and wives when they relocate here to UK, and women want to adapt the culture which they find here in UK, but men want to stick to the African culture here in UK. So this is going to be a topic for another day. Otherwise, this is all that I wanted to share with you guys. If you like content like this, do smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so that you never miss when I come and drop another video on life in the UK UNCUT. Sorry about my voice, guys, but I hope you're able to hear everything that I was saying. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye. So guys, when I initially, oh my god, my voice is refusing. My voice is refusing, guys. On you, but guys, okay.